morning and welcome to our new TV show, EU Deal After Brexit. Today we will receive Mr. Raccah, the Director of our International and European Law Master in the Faculty of Law of the University Catholique of Lille. Good morning, Mr. Raccah.
Yeah, good morning.
So, can you reframe us the Brexit and what it is the impact of it?
Yeah, from 2016, the UK has decided to withdraw from the European Union. And they have started a process in the last years of getting out, and they negotiated with the European Union how to get out. There's a so famous Article 50 of the EU Treaty that is providing some answers and how to proceed. And that has been a big there has been many debates on how the UK will deal and how they can organize everything inside. And what they have seen is that it is very complicated, and that it's not easy for the UK to disapply in few years a huge amount of legislation. And actually, what they have stated is that there are over 12,000 regulations and 3,000 directives that have been produced by the European Union over the last decades. Now the question is how they can be a part of this. And in the practice, this is almost impossible to put aside the entire EU legislation in few years. So they have to negotiate in each category, in each legislation, if they will keep it or not. And that will be very complicated.
Of course, but can we expect a real exit on the end of January? Or because we know it has been complicated until now, so...
Yes, that was very complicated with the change of Prime Minister last year in the UK. The fact that Theresa May was not able to go until the end of the Brexit negotiations. That was a hard time for the British politics, and they had to appoint a new Prime Minister. They had new elections to get a majority in the Parliament in last December. They got it, and Boris Johnson is now in position to have a majority in favor of Brexit in the Parliament. And if there is no surprise, because there have been many surprises in the last years, if there is no surprise, they should leave on 31st of January. And so this is where starts the work of the lawyers to study from the 31st of January 2020 what is the legislation applicable in the different areas. And this is our job as lawyers to study the different fields.
And you personally, how do you see the future, the post-Brexit, maybe in a short term and then in a longer term?
There will be a transition during 2 years, for sure, at least, because I'm sure that there will be even more surprises. Yeah, but there will be a transition where the UK will still mostly apply the EU law. And they will, if you have a look at the deal that has been negotiated in November 2018, that is the main deal between the UK and the EU, they have foreseen a transition of at least 2 years again to disapply the EU law. What I see is that after the UK will still remain partly in the European Union. That was like before. The UK was different inside. Yeah. The UK will be different outside now. And I'm sure, because there is no choice politically, economically, and legally, they will still be very bound with the European Union. And so there will be a special status for the UK, like we have a special status for Switzerland or for close countries. The UK will be still special in the links with the EU.
So regarding the job layer that you talked about, what is the project of the master student that they were involved during the first semester?
So here what we're launching is a project of TV shows that are studying field by field the consequences of Brexit. So the students, around 60 students of the Master in International European Law with 3 fields. Some are generally specialized in International European Law, others more in business law, and others more in public international law. They are studying, and they studied already during the first semester, the consequences of Brexit in the different fields, and now they will present in those TV shows the results of their research. And so this is also a way to help the public to understand the consequences of Brexit.
Okay, thank you very much for your intervention. And thank you for your attention. We're hoping to see you for the upcoming show. Thank you.